Hello everyone, good morning. I'm making the video in the morning anyway. So I told you when I was going to the station that everything was under control. Turns out control was under everything. So I went to the station to honor the invitation of the AIG on the case of bomb bread that they reported. And to the best of my knowledge, everything that happened showed my case was determined and concluded before I got there. I made this video intentionally not mentioning anyone because I've been in Nigeria for 53 years. I'll be 54 in August. Nigeria has happened to me several times. My husband had a car crash in 2000 and he was taken to a very big general hospital. The doctors were on strike unknown to us. When he got there, it was a medical student that were attending to him. I was very young then. I saw some moves and I was asking questions. No, don't give him injection. He didn't eat in the morning. No, is that an allergy? Please don't give him. And they were like, are you a medical personnel or something? That injection goes into my husband. Before they could remove the syringe, he started jerking, foaming from his mouth, and he passed. Everyone I told said, you can sue the hospital. They buy your husband. And I said, if I try it, I'll just disappear in this state. That matter is dead and buried. While this whole bread thing was brewing, a young girl of 23, very dear to her family, was fighting for her life concerning kidney issue, something that just started like play. In 3 weeks, she passed. She passed on Saturday. I was told on Sunday. That is why I told you when I came and I was looking the way I was looking, even though I was trying to put on a smile. We are ingesting too many toxins in foods, cosmetics, environmental toxins. And so my page, I talk about taking care of your hormones, avoiding too many processed things, and trying to eat more natural things, even though those ones too are being tampered with. But at least we can try. I'm concerned. And so with the little followers I had, I was trying by all means to educate them. And so when this bread thing came to my knowledge, I did not keep that bread because I didn't have customers, as some people are alleging. I didn't also keep that bread because I planned to study the bread and stir up some problems. Maybe God wanted it to happen that way. But this is our Nigerian situation. The same people you are trying to help, the same people will turn against you. I've seen comments, someone say, I'll be Olushu. These things I'm wearing is because of the hot flashes I'm having. I cannot be dressing and covering myself, tie my hair, wear a turtleneck when I know that very soon I will be drenched in my sweat. So if this makes me Olusho, then I'm a proud Olusho. Some of us were born to see something, say something, and do something. We are called avatars. The likes of Randy Peters, Mama P, Barrister Effiong, and so many other people, the priest, so many people, Showray, I can go on and on. Then some of us are born to just keep quiet, let life happen to us. We don't control things. You see something, you say nothing, you do nothing. Then when somebody says something, you come after them. What is it? Is it your business? You want to destroy somebody's business? You're a demon, you're a Satan. Those are the things people are commenting in the comment section. But what is giving me strength is the millions of people who are still saying, who still understand the value of life beyond material things, who still appreciate the lives of others. That it is well with me doesn't mean I will look the other way for someone else to be injured. Having said all of this I went to the police station and I was treated as a criminal on arrival. My phone was confiscated. I could not make calls without standing in the presence of the police people with the entourage that came with Bomb Bread Woman. I made my statement. I'm very sure they didn't read my statement because yesterday, some things that were happening and stayed showed they didn't read my statement. We have already written letters to NAFDAC. As at yesterday, I was in NAFDAC, and so that result will come out, and I'll give you updates on that. So my phone was confiscated. My lawyers were asking, is she under arrest? Why are you collecting her phone? Somebody hinted us outside that the way this thing is going, this woman is going to be detained. We went there by 12, and things were being dragged. We went to the AIG's office. The woman narrated everything she was going to narrate, and I was also asked to talk. She talked for a long time. One of her speech, she said, before this, I had very few followers, less than 500. But because of her post that I made, I have gone viral all over the world. People are talking about me. And the AIG said, cheap popularity, you're looking for cheap popularity. And then it was now my turn to speak. I said, it is true that when I posted that video, I had few followers. And those were the people I was talking to because already before now, I've been speaking to them on health, to not take in toxins from food, try to avoid overprocessed. So he shut me down. Are you an expert? Speak on what you know. Don't speak on what you don't know. Go straight to the point. Say what you want to say. Within my human right, I know I have to say what I want to say. I continue saying what I wanted to say. At some point, I will have to raise my voice because he was still speaking to me. So I'll have to raise my voice or give him time to finish talking, and then I'll continue from where I stopped because I really had to make my point. I didn't just wake up in the morning and carry bread and started making videos. It came from a follow-up of things I have been saying. I was able to speak to the point where I said, when I was growing up, bread will last only 2 days. He said, you shut up. Is it by force that bread must last 2 days? Is it by force that bread can last more than that? Is it? You know, at this point, I lost faith. I thought we that have lived in the 70s, in the 80s, 90s, and even early 2000s understand that bread shouldn't last more than that. So if anything has changed, we haven't been told. And so we are worried, we're curious, we are anxious. We want to know. And so at that point, I made up my mind that I have given up. This is not even going to go well. And the woman smashed her hand on the IG's table. She must provide that bread. Madam, you knew it was your bread already. So it's not as if I tied something somewhere and I'm saying it's your bread. I didn't say it was your bread. You said it was your bread. Now you are smashing the table and saying, she must provide that bread. Okay? And the IG say, yes, I should provide the bread. And because of what I have seen, I cannot bring the bread. I have only one loaf of bread. That is my lifeline. If anything happens to this bread, I will not be sitting down here talking like this. I would have been making another video telling you, I'm sorry, that video I made that day. I'm so sorry to Bomb Bread. I'm sorry because it was a prank. That video, do you understand? These are patterns. And so you go everywhere and they're telling you, why didn't you go to NAFDAC first? You would have reported to the police. You would have gone to... The system has failed us. The system did not give us the faith to believe that if we take this route, it will end in our favor and things will be done right. That is what is making jungle justice to prevail. You don't know where you are going to get justice. This is a point where I am begging our authorities. Please do something to make us believe in you again. Make our children to believe in you, that they can run to you and be safe. You see, it has gone the route of where I am supposed to be silent and apologize. And then whatever it is should continue. It's not my business, right? So these are the problems. And the CP was like, so you're going to bring the bread? And I said, sir, I cannot bring that bread. He said, what did you say? I said, I cannot bring the bread. The bread is my lifeline. Even if I have to bring the bread, I'll bring some for you guys to make the test. I'll keep some so that I can use it to defend myself. He said, take this woman for detention. And he signed my detention paper. I was taken in to behind the counter while they were trying to fix the papers to take me to the cell. And the police people there were saying, the woman even said, Madam, Satan make you way to do that video. Hey, which can Satan be this? You just sit down, carry yourself for trouble. Your statement say you be widow. Then another police officer said, she be widow now. Now this woman with their husband would leave money now. She won't spend them. Madam, let me advise you as a brother. Take down that video and apologize. This thing you're going through is not going to help you. I was keeping quiet. At that point, I've already made up my mind. I had already entered. Where could they go? So I was now being taken. Immediately I went to the cell to enter. I saw mosquito coils. It was just, the smoke was coming everywhere. And the cell that they were opening for me, this first compartment, is that the word? Second compartment, where the men were. Then the third one, which is the last one, that is more airtight. That was where I went to stay. I started crying. I started begging. I said, please, I'm claustrophobic, I'm hypertensive, I have menopause issues that when the internal heat starts, my heart skips beats and I will be looking for how to take in air. Please don't put me there. You can put me somewhere. I don't even mind staying with the men. That's what I said. So you can keep me in the first one, lock me up. No problem. They said, you should have talked about that before making trouble. I said, okay, tell my son to bring my medication. They said, okay. They went. I went inside. Mosquito coils. I was seeing mosquitoes doing parade, saluting their commander, moving left, right, and center. God, I beg. And so my life will end. I went to the woman police. I said, if you leave me inside, you may pick my dead body. She said she would go and talk to my lawyer. Let's see, I should just enter. She went and she never came. They didn't allow my son to bring my drugs. I was locked there. I was fanning mosquitoes, fanning to make sure I breathe. At some point, I got tired. I gave up. I just laid down. I was looking at the ceiling. Somewhere around whatever time, they came in to call me. I was even scared. They should come. I went outside. My son did well by being very close. As soon as I saw him, I felt better. Going outside, the first thing I saw was our national flag. And I broke down. I started crying. This is supposed to be our symbol of freedom. This place is supposed to be where we run to for safety, where we run to for refuge. But this has become our prison because we are helpless people. And then another thing that made me to cry like my heart was going to fall out. I saw all my crushes in one place. I saw my main crush, Randy Peter, and Barrister Ifeong. I saw Mama P, and then I was crying. You know how a baby will be crying when the mother comes back? My body was weak, but I was looking up to heaven. I said, God, how did you do it that these people are in Abuja at this moment? If these people were not in Abuja at the moment, my dear brothers and sisters, when they would have brought me out, I would have been too weak to even sit down here. The route to change is not an easy one. No avatar said the route was easy. I want to commend the efforts of these young ones, Randy Peters, Barrister Ifeong, Mama P, the priest, Showere. While we were at NAFDAC yesterday, Senator Dino Milai was calling my barrister to find out what we need him to do. So Nigerians, I want to thank you. Everything now is under review. Pray that NAFDAC will help us. Right now, it is not about a brand. That's what I keep saying. It is not just one brand spread that's lasting longer than what we used to know. All over the world, people are asking the same question. So if our NAFDAC can do a good job, we will be the first to discover that healthy ingredient in bread that's suddenly making bread stay longer than necessary. Those are the questions we are asking. We're not fighting anybody or accusing anybody yet. So if this result comes out and NAFDAC tells us this particular ingredient that's making the bread last longer than it's supposed to be, is healthy, it's even nutritious. If you eat, nothing will happen to you. We will be happy, and then we'll come out here again and we'll tell the whole world that we in Nigeria have discovered the secret ingredient that makes bread to last longer. So you don't need to be afraid. Everything is good. Bread is good to go. But for now, we wait the results. Thank you very much for your comments. Thank you very much for reaching out. The DMs are so many. That's why I'll come out here to talk to you. I appreciate you. I love you so much. Nothing is bad yet. So for now, step on.